Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. I am just so excited. By the way, too, thank you for the feedback we continue to have when I interviewed Richard Branson. So make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. All right. I'm going to be speaking, and we're going to be interviewing someone who is responsible, are you ready for this? For my family, and particularly my wife and daughter, for being glued to the TV. So you wonder, who is that? Well, we have with us the co-founder of E-Entertainment, over a $4 billion company, and now wait till you hear what he's doing. But with that, welcome to the show, Larry Namer. Welcome to the show, Larry. So tell us about your backstory. Like, how did you get involved and lead up to being so successful?
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily a straight path. I graduated from college with a degree in economics, couldn't figure out what you do with it. So I ended up in the cable business, and just kind of as the industry grew, I grew, and eventually my friend Alan and I decided we wanted to do something for ourselves. So we wrote a business plan for a TV network that first we called, MTV, of the movies, or Entertainment Tonight, 24 hours a day, and that turned into E, and E is now in I think about 140 countries, and it's the number one provider of pop culture around the world.
At what point, though, did you know that E was really going to take off? I mean, what was kind of that magic sauce of going, you know what, we're on to something? Was it the reality shows? What was it that drew such a large crowd that continues to?
Well, it's funny because when people ask that, Alan and I thought the idea was so big. So from the very first day we came up with it, we started writing the plan. We always felt it was going to be very successful and stuff. But I guess, the point where that started to turn around is when we started doing Talk Soup and started getting, hundreds of letters about Greg Kinnear and stuff like that. We kind of went, wow, people actually are watching.
That's phenomenal. All right, let's move into what you're doing now. You're the founding partner. I'm going to have you steal the thunder. The founding partner of what?
Of Metan Global Entertainment Group, which is a company that we started 10 years ago in China, and basically meant to take the best of Western technique and blend that with, the cultural differences of China, and producing TV, film, web content, concerts, and all kinds of things. But we do everything in Mandarin language.
So you're taking, how did you come up with that idea now?
Well, when, I decided that, I wanted to step down from E and not run the day-to-day anymore, because it kind of got a little boring for me. I, wanted to go places that I thought would be an incredible challenge. And first I went to Russia and Soviet Union. I did a bunch of stuff there. And then when I kind of realized that the next big power in the world would be China, and most of the Western companies were not there, I decided that would be, a great place where I could be on the same level as Time Warner or Rupert Murdoch.
Now, this is, again, we're talking with Larry Namer, the co-founder of E-Entertainment, now the creator of Metan Global. You can reach him at metanglobal.com, or, of course, we'll have it on our website at Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. And you've been 50 years in the entertainment industry with experience in cable TV and live events and new media. But I think now what we want to know, too, is talk to us about some of these magic projects that you're doing.
Well, I'm doing a big movie called Empress, which is about the first woman ruler of China. And we started working on that. It's almost 4 years now. And it's written, we had a screenplay written by Ron Bass, who won the Academy Award for Rain Man, and co-wrote Joy Luck Club. And we wanted to do the movie using American-born Chinese or Canadian-born Chinese, because we wanted to make the movie in English so that basically a worldwide audience would be able to enjoy it and stuff. And, we were ready to shoot, and now this virus came around, so we're waiting for them to figure out how to contain it so we can, bring the crew over to China and start shooting that film. So that's one. And then we
talk to us too now that how TV business changed since you founded E-Entertainment TV. I mean, within 50 years, you've probably seen so much. How it's changed, and then also, most importantly, what the second part of that is what do you see for the future with everybody on their phones moving away from the traditional TV?
Well, I mean, for me as a creator, and particularly the democratization that technology brings. It used to be that there were 3 networks and they controlled every pixel on the screen, and you had to watch what NBC wanted you to watch when they wanted you to, on the device they wanted you to watch it on. These days, it doesn't make a difference as long as somebody watches the stuff that I create. It makes me incredibly happy. Over the 50 years, the biggest change, I think, has been, the fact that the market has become a global market. When I got involved, when you would think of a new venture, you would, kind of weight the business model 95% U.S. and 5% other, other being the entire rest of the world. These days, you weight the models 30% U.S. and you actually think of China and Russia and Europe and South America and, as individual markets and stuff. So it really has become a global business as opposed to U.S.-centric business.
Well, Larry, I got a pitch for you of a show that you should take that's going to go crazy, and that's about a reality show in regards to radio. I got to tell you, I know a couple of people here in the radio studio, like our crazy engineer and our celebrity producer Glue and myself. I'm telling you, that show would go phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But what we want to know, and probably what our listeners want to know, is what secrets can you share with film students about how to make their mark in the entertainment industry like you have that, Larry, is so competitive?
Yeah, well, I mean, first, this recognition that it's no longer a U.S.-centric world. So when you create a project, you really have to look at it and, figure out how is this going to play to, places other than the U.S., because it really does, 70% of the models, really have to, have a global appeal. So whether it's in the quality of the story or the way you cast it or who you pick to direct it, those things come into play. The other thing that people don't instantly become successes, and, unfortunately that doesn't work. I mean, you really need to, figure out how to get an agent or a manager and get your stuff seen by, those people who could bring mass audiences to it.
Well, Larry, you entertain the world, and you continue to create entertainment for all. That's a hero. Larry Namer, co-founder of E-Entertainment and founding partner of Metan Global Entertainment Group. You can reach him at metanglobal.com. This has been David Kogan with Eliances.